Hello guys, October 11th Hindu editorial. So we have skipped certain days of editorial which will be obviously done, but it was kept on hold for certain reasons like the October 4, October 7 and October 10 yesterday's editorial is not published till now. Remaining between 6 and 9 and all we have done. But 10th yesterday, actually there was no good articles, only Israel, Palestine, certain things are there, which is again static and something which I have already discussed. But I'll see to it whether updates can be added and that video can be done. And on 7th, it is actually only one article, Sustainable Development Goal, Education Goal, SDG 4. Again, there's nothing much to discuss. In 5-10 minutes I can finish it off. So it is no content to fill an episode. That is why I was like keeping it on hold. And 4th, it's actually a little technical about mRNA vaccine which got Nobel Prize. So that I wanted to add maximum information for you with the static content. That's why it took time, and then it just like that went on hold. So now I'll try to complete this before this Sunday. So wait for those episodes. And this question, try to answer in comment section. By the end of this video, anyway, you will get the answer. Which of the following is not part of the COLOMBO security conclave? So it can be asked in upcoming exams, UPSC exams, SSC exams. One of them is not a part of that. So try to tell that. And about the test series, 2024 batch 3 and 2025 batch 1, both are open. And the 24 batch, it will get over now, meaning the enrollment will get over because it's starting on October 17th and today is already October 11th. So in last 5 days you can enroll and then start studying. The timetable will start, and then once it starts, then you will again tell like, sir, already started, then what is the point of joining? So we are informing you in every single episode, putting in my WhatsApp also, and still if you ignore it, it's your loss. Okay, because after this there's no point studying for 2024. Already 200 days is the remaining time, and less than that if you go, you cannot complete anything for the exam. And if you are giving 2025, it's okay. There is a 575 day timetable and more batches will come in the future. There is a lot of time. So that also, in case you want to start studying now, you can go for that batch. And don't know the information, come and ask me in WhatsApp. Today we have two important articles, the Maldives election and the woman gender gap report. Okay, it's a gender gap report of the WEF which has come. So in perspective of women, discussion is going on. Also, you should know that this time the Nobel Prize was given in economics for again kind of the same thing, where the woman participation in labor activities, that has been like a U curve. That is what the person who got the award, she's telling. Okay, one lady has got it. Usually 2-3 people get the awards, but this time one person has got it. So it's like a U curve, she's telling, like when it was agriculture kind of jobs, a lot of women were there, and then when it became industrial across the globe, the number of women participation went down. Then again when it became service sector, again it became. So this study she has done, and for this Nobel Prize, I'm not sure whether just for this research work you get Nobel Prize, because there's no invention, there is no formula, there's nothing. She has just done the research of the past people who have been employed, and she has got Nobel Prize. Okay, so maybe there were no other competition this year, so she has got that thing. Okay. That related one article in non-editorial page has come. I just told it here because we are going to discuss about the gender gap thing, which is this particular article which you see, the bigger one. This is what we'll discuss first, and then static part of gender gap report I'll tell you. The report already came 2-3 months back, okay, but the author has used that to tell her point of view. And then Maldives, a new government has come, which is now challenging for India because it's an anti-India government. During their election campaign also, they told that go back India and that kind of thing, and people have voted for them and they have come in power. So we have to wait and see whether India will have bad relationship with the Maldives in the coming days. So we'll discuss that. And these two are politics. Here Congress versus BJP, because 5 elections are coming in 5 states in November month. And this is Ladakh internal again politics there, BJP versus other party, the National Congress Party. So there again politics. Okay, this side also Tamil Nadu local news, and this is global warming's simply chart, you know, rain, temperature, they keep putting charts. No exam point of view, nothing is there. Here this I thought of discussing, but then I saw the content wise there's nothing which you can take away for exam. Okay, once we discussed on August 4th whether homeopathy is like there's no evidence for homeopathy and all, and so people should not believe it. Such evidence versus this thing, homeopathy was Ayurveda, they had discussed. Same thing, now this author is taking Ayurveda and modern medicine and doing the same. That Ayurveda, everything is not proven, so should we go for it? But again, there are perspectives that we should go for it, because the world is accepting Ayurveda now. And also this time's again Nobel Prize, I think, and the malaria vaccine which was recently discovered, which is a very big discovery, that they have actually referred to old ancient Ayurveda textbooks and all to make that thing. So that is why it is relevant. and you should do more promotion of it. You should do more evidence-based study on that. That the author is discussing up and down. I didn't get any like to teach you that some points you can write in the exam. This general thing which you also know, that is written there, but still as a homework you can go and read that article. The other two articles we'll discuss in detail. So apart from the test series subject wise and all, current affairs separate packs are there, because I know most of the people would have joined coaching classes and all by now, and you may not need Vysh IAS. Even if you like it, you will not feel like investing in us. That is totally your choice. But current affair PDFs, you know how much detail I take current affairs. So every subject is like that, but because you are seeing this in YouTube every day, our current affair MCQ based PDFs, which will have everything which happens in each month in the question answer format and little bit of notes also. So that packages, pack 1, pack 2, like this, there is individual packs of 12 months, or there is this full combo pack which you can do for like this year or the upcoming 12 months or the future or the behind backdated 2 years, 3 years, like that you can get to it, because this all will help in all the exams, not only UPSC, and it's soft copy PDF with lifetime validity. You can keep it with you, keep it in your phone, do it, read it anytime. Okay, so that is why if you want, you can come on WhatsApp, and in WhatsApp there is a channel also where we keep putting the same updates which we put in our status Instagram, so you can come and join that also, and more updates, more lectures, everything is there. It's up to you how you make use of the channel. So the first article is about the gender gap, and this is already asked in 2017 prelims. Which of the following gives global gender gap index ranking to the countries in the world? So this is answer is World Economic Forum, and this time the 17th edition came in June month 2023's edition, where 146 countries were there ranked, and India doesn't have a very great rank and all, but compared to neighboring countries and all, I think at least above Pakistan we are, and other countries and all is almost in the same range, 110, 104. Meaning 90 to 150 range is what our South Asian countries are there. So India is also not done good, but we have improved from last time. That and all we'll see when we see the thing. But the static part, which is not there in the Hindu, I'll tell you the dimensions by which this ranking is done. One is the economic participation, meaning how much women is there in the economic jobs and all, or in leadership roles and technical roles and all. Education, whether women and men are getting equal kind of education. Health and survival, and political empowerment. So in this, you will, seeing itself, you will know India, like education wise and health wise and all, we don't have any discrimination or any gap, and it is kind of equal, meaning everybody are getting the same access. But politics, if you see, other than the bill which has come now, Women's Reservation Bill, there is lack of participation, and economics also, the jobs also, the men are more. So that little bit data and numbers I'll give you, so that in the exam you can use, and it's an annual report. The score is given like 0 to 1 for each of this indicator. 0 to 1 is given, and 1 means full gender parity and 0 means complete imparity. Okay, so it's the longest standing index, meaning 2006 it was introduced, and then till now it is going on, because there are many other reports also. UNESCO has a women's gender gap kind of report, and United Nations have another one. Many people have started this, but this is the longest standing and the most widely accepted one. So that is why this is being discussed. And as I told, the gender gap score for the globe is like 68.4%. So there's an improvement of 0.3% compared to the previous year. The top ranking, if you see, it's always the Scandinavian countries, like Iceland for the last 14 years is on rank 1. Okay, Iceland, you know, it is there near, again, the Norway, Sweden, all those places. So the Nordic countries, Norway, Finland, Sweden, they are in rank 2, 3, 4 also. And only Iceland is the one who has like above 90% score, 91.2. Okay, others are like in 87, 86 and all. India's is again lesser, we'll come to that. So gender gap in health thing, if you see globally, it is like closed by 96%. Closed by 96 means the gap between the two are like closed, men and women, the gap is closed. So the more the number, 96% means that much gap is closed. Now the remaining 4% gap is there. Okay, so like that for each thing we'll give you the number. Like political empowerment, closure rate is only 22%. Okay, only that much is closed. Remaining 70% is still there to be closed. Then yet in the projected timeline also, it will take 162 years. At this pace, if you go, it will take 162 years for you to make it like 100% closed. And then education, if you see, it's 95%. Okay, and in the next 16 years, we are expecting that we'll close that gap. Okay, then economic participation, 60%, and it will take again 169 years to close that gap. So political and economics in the global also, it's like this. Same comes to India also when we discuss the India's thing. Like India's rank was 135 in 2022 out of 146 countries, and now we have improved it to 127th rank Okay, now it is 127th rank, and Pakistan is below us, 142, but all the other countries are above us, like Bangladesh is good, 59, China 107, Nepal 116, Sri Lanka 115, and Bhutan 103. Okay, so India closed 64% of the gap, and India has achieved, this education wise, we have achieved parity, everybody gets equal access, and economic participation wise, it's only 36.7%, and it is like we have increased our wages and income and all, meaning men and women get equal salary and all in IT companies everywhere. There's no discrimination there, but there is a drop in the senior positions, meaning the promotions like which women get, and the technical role which they take part, the number is lesser. And then in politics, 25% parity is there, and women represent only 15.1% of parliamentarians, which is highest since the report has started. I mean, 2006 onwards we are doing, so we have improved over the years, but again, it's not enough. 18 countries like Bolivia, India, France and all, they have achieved a good ratio of women in the local governance, meaning your panchayat level and all, we have good thing. But the national level and state level, we have not yet achieved. And then we have 1.9 point improvement in India's sex ratio, that is health factor we are considering now, and Vietnam, India, China, Azerbaijan, they have still lower score when it comes to the health and survival sub-index. Okay, so there is again little bit problems in the health issue or health sector also. So now the 17th edition has come, and as I told, it will take 131 years to close the gender gap globally. And for South Asian countries, like which I showed you, 149 years it will take overall to achieve everything. Okay, so what women want, it's a level playing field, because many people tell like, now you give 33% this thing to women and all in the politics. You will just for the sake of filling the thing, whoever is not capable also, meaning no competence is there, you will bring anyone and somehow fill women to fill the thing and show that we have 33% women, so that competence will go down, is what some people tell who are against the reservation bill. And this is a complete misplaced notion, because woman has already proven that in academics, whether it is any college graduation, scholarship or workforce or in sports, everywhere woman has proved their caliber. So these kind of things that it will bring down competence is just a wrong thing. Just give them the chance and they will again show that in politics also they can do well. And then the parliament newly inaugurated in September, and there the first bill itself was this woman bill. So that shows the sign that India is now ready for it, and India is showing that willpower which the earlier governments have not done. So that is why this 128th amendment bill, which if it properly passes as per the census and delimitations is going to come, it is going to be a landmark event. Okay, so age wise, if you see in the global arena, the politicians' age is going down. Okay, meaning younger people are coming into politics, especially in New Zealand. 37 years of age, she has become a Prime Minister of New Zealand. So this can we expect in India, an Indian woman and all, even if we have ambition, will it happen? Because these rules and the things are one thing, but the mindset of people, still the traditional, the orthodox and such things and all. In USA countries also we have seen, like when Hillary Clinton was on one side and Trump was on another side, Hillary Clinton, even though having political experience, and Trump not having political experience, people chose Trump because many people would not have voted just because she is a woman. So such developed countries also has this problem, and so will in India we have younger politicians and women coming up, because they are telling now again example of Indira Gandhi. When Nehru died, they didn't choose Indira Gandhi immediately, even though she was active in the politics and the party. And after Shastri died, only then she was made the Prime Minister. But when Indira Gandhi died, immediately this person Rajiv Gandhi, who had no experience in politics, he was in his own business and he was doing something else. He was brought to country and he was made the overnight he was made the Prime Minister. So when it's men, boys and all, they are immediately doing. When it's women, they're thinking twice. So that thing is visible, like as I told, in global places, in Indian context also, and even some examples of some history like they have given. Roundtable Conference, it happened in 1930, 31 and 32. Okay, 1930, 31, 32, meaning in London, they'll have a roundtable conference. Everyone from here will go like a vacation. Like Ambedkar went every time, Gandhi and team went the second time alone, and I think the princely states and all go every time, because it's a lavish thing, right? The London trip they are getting. So these people go sit there and discuss certain things, and Sarojini Naidu wrote a letter that time along with Begum Janara Shahnawaz. Okay, they wrote this thing like on behalf of the All India Women's Conference, Women's Indian Association, Central Committee of National Women, everything. They wrote a letter demanding there should be no discrimination, no favorable thing, meaning no reservation needed, but you don't discriminate us also. Okay, let everyone participate in everything, men and women. So that rejecting reservation, they read a letter. In case UPSC asks, you should know that. And they are telling the qualifications of these people also. Sarojini Naidu had gone to the London College, Cambridge University, and then scholarship from Nizam of Hyderabad. Like that, many like highly qualified she is. And the Begum is like a Muslim League member. And another person, Radhabai Subbarayan, they were actually, this letter was there, but these people again told a 5% reservation for women should be there for safety sake. And their qualifications again, they are like one is Lahore educated and one is again Oxford educated. So everybody, they're just telling example that some are from elite background and good qualifications, some are not from that. But whatever it is, the regressive views on gender equality by both men and women that have led to this not happening, where women is getting more participation. So even progressive people like C. Rajagopalachi, they're telling that they did not allow Radhabai to fight from the general seat, meaning only from a reserved seat of women you should fight, not from the general seat. So this progressive people have also done this in certain occasions, and the author is just pointing out some examples to build that story. So overall, why do women have to wait so long to close the gender gap is the question, and the present bill is a good step, and hopefully you will not wait for that census of like next year and all, and you will use the existing 91 census and somehow start this reservation now itself, because as per now I told you, census not happening. Census will happen only after 2024 election, then delimitation exercise will happen, then the 2031 census will happen. Maybe after that only they will consider the woman thing. Okay, so that is why we have to wait and see, and society needs the change. Women are ready, and there is no reason it should be late. That is what the author is suggesting. Now the second article, why Maldives' new president is going to be a trouble for India. Okay, so we will discuss that in a little bit of only one time. Usually we don't discuss other countries' internal politics, but you should know it is like the smallest nation state in South Asia, Maldives. It is part of our SAARC also, but it's not part of the BIMSTEC. So the hold of the elections shows that because you know many countries, especially this is a Muslim country, and most of the Muslim country you see that they are internally fighting, Shia Sunni fighting and many things and all. Democracy is like very difficult to achieve in a Muslim country. So this much small country is proving to the world that we can conduct free and fair elections. We can do like behave in a democratic fashion. We can build houses and things for our people. We can do things in a proper fashion. Okay, so Western media is not showing like that. Western media is telling like it is a race between India and China. It's like a football match between India and China. One time a pro-China person will get elected, one time a pro-India person will get elected, and this time India has lost. Okay, so they are not even valuing Maldives democracy or their election and all, and the Maldives people know that. So the author is just telling it against Western agencies who simply tell it like a football match between India and China. So now Maldives is a group of this around 1,000 islands. Okay, it's a tourist spot and all. Many people from India also go. But now the change in power is going to be a big challenge. They are telling the history, like 5 important people. 1978 to 2008, one long time president. Okay, which is this Maumoon Abdul Gayoom. Names you don't have to remember, but you have to know that he was the one who started the multi-party democracy, new constitution, and he was there for many years. After that comes Mohammad Nasheed, who actually is a charismatic leader, first directly elected president after this party system came, and he could not complete the 5-year term, and he ended up sharing with another person. So like that, one person came and he was actually supporting India. Okay, that person Mohammad Nasheed was supporting India. After that came Abdullah Yamin. He's in jail now. Abdullah Yamin, he's the most pro-China president. Okay, and he served his full term 2013 to 18. Okay, so this guy, I will tell you, he's in for corruption charges, he's in jail. But now the one person who won now, right, he is seeing this person as a mentor. So he is being brought out from jail now. That is a new thing. So now after him in 2018, Ibrahim Muhammad Soli came, and he is a pro-India. He told first India policy. Okay, India first policy. And 2018 till 2023, he was the one ruling, and he is the one who lost election now. This Soli is the one who lost election now. To whom? To this person, Muhammad Muizzu. As I told, he sees the other guy, that Yamin, as his mentor, and this guy won. He was actually the mayor of the city, Mali, capital city, the mayor. He stood for election and he told anti-India stance, and people have supported him, and he has won the election also. And now the outgoing president, okay, outgoing president, why did he lose? That we'll discuss. That he was in a difficult period, right? The COVID was there, Ukraine war was there, global economic slowdown was there. Still he managed that country, and country did not have any violence or any problem and all. They did not go into debt like Sri Lanka or Pakistan and all, even though China tries to control them. But then why did he lose the election? This much good things he did, then why did he lose the election? So They are telling 3 reasons. First thing is that never in Maldives that the same person has got re-elected. Okay, like you will see in Kerala, in our India, you will see Congress, CPM, Congress, CPM. First time after many years now, CPM is like back-to-back terms, which I think next time they will go down. So that is their internal politics, but I'm just telling, these people elect different person every time. So the incumbent ruling thing, again coming to power, has never happened. So that can be one reason people's thought process is like that. Second one, their party, the Soli party actually had split. Okay. Just before election, due to some reasons of again power grabbing and all, the main person, okay, Nasheed, who was supporting Soli, he left. So when he left, lot of the vote share, 8% of the vote share gone, and that much vote share only actually they lost also the election. If they had stood together, they would have won. But because he broke away, the majority of the people did not vote, and because of that, they lost. Third is again continuation of that Mr. Nasheed, who actually split. He was a good communicator, a very good person, and he could have somehow did the campaigning better. Okay, and this pro-China government would not have come. So again, the second and third point are interconnected. So these are the reasons why Soli got defeated. Okay, so now election result has triggered rapid development. First thing, as I told, that Yamin, pro-China older one person, that he was in prison for corruption. He is being moved to house arrest now, and slowly I think you will see that house arrest also will get over, because his junior or his favorite fan has become the president now. Okay, so now it can be expected that the mayor will now start behaving like a president and not just like a mayor or maybe a China's puppet. He will behave properly, and 3 options are there for him. One is India out campaign, which he want to do like Yamin did, or he can do India first policy like the Soli did, the outgoing president, or he can do a balance of relation, which he should ideally do between China and India. He should have a balance. So these are the options for him, but he should understand that the world has changed. Okay, Yamin's time, maybe that time, early 2000, maybe India was not that much big country, or India economically was not such a big country, or maybe they had to depend on China. Okay, maybe Yamin liked to be a puppet of China, but now things have changed. Okay, now Belt and Road Initiative is like being rejected by many countries. It's in serious trouble. Sri Lanka, who took a lot of loan, is in crisis. Pakistan is in crisis. Everybody who depend on China is in crisis. So times have changed. Don't play that puppet game which Yamin did. And Islam, as I told, Islamic countries, usually they don't, not able to do elections properly and all. And one thing is that there used to be not good equations between India and all the Arab countries. Okay, but now if you see, if it's UAE or Saudi or Bahrain or Kuwait or Qatar, anybody, India has very great relationship between India and the Gulf state. So when Arab world is with India, Maldives cannot choose to be against India. Okay, it's also part of the Arab world only. So that is again one thing which they should know. Then the waning interest of West Asia in the bankrupt to Pakistan, like Saudi and all told, like we have like enough of giving loan to you, start giving back the loan. So they are also having bad impression towards Pakistan, which again Arab. So Maldives, if you don't support India, Maldives will suffer later. So these things they should consider, this person should consider. And the next phase of regional diplomacy for India may be complex. We already have a lot of things to give us confidence, like the positive mindset of the people towards India. Many people like India. Okay. And then the development works which Indian government has done, whether it is any community center, whether it is children park, whether it is the buildings and the projects and the infrastructure, we have done many things for them. COVID vaccines we have given for free. And then thousands of youth, Maldivian youth, they are in India doing a lot of training and job training and all skill development since the last 5 years. Okay, because you know Modi government went and told everyone like skill development, bring the youth. So that way, tourism also, tourism, investment, import, everything in Maldives is dependent on India. And whenever cyclone comes, any tsunami comes, any climate change crisis comes, India is the first one to reach to Maldives. Okay, so this person, simply instead of following that mentor, you should consider the today's geopolitics and believe in India and do the things needful. Colombo Security Conclave, which I told you the question, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Mauritius, Bangladesh, Seychelles, along with India. So here, Myanmar is not part of it, and that is what I asked you in the question in the starting. And BIMSTEC is another thing. So author is telling, in the BIMSTEC where Maldives is not there, you should bring Maldives as an observer state. Only then you can build, meaning you should do, don't sit with the confidence which you have with these factors which I told, invite Maldives to the BIMSTEC. Okay, and BIMSTEC is what? Okay, news is over, BIMSTEC is a static part. There are 7 countries, South Asian countries like Bangladesh, Bhutan and India, Nepal and Sri Lanka. And then we have Myanmar and Thailand. Okay, initially I think it started with like this BIST, that is Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka and Thailand. And then the 2 countries that the Nepal and Bhutan came. And then after that Myanmar came. Okay, so like that they have a thing, and it started in 1997 through Bangkok Declaration. Dhaka is the capital, 22% of the world population. GDP is around 2.7 trillion, which majority is India's only, this GDP. And growth, sustainable growth, meaning every country is growing in the range of 3.4 to 7.5% GDP. 1/4 of the world's traded goods is through this area. Then initially they focused on 6 sectors only: trade, technology, energy, transport, tourism, fishery. But later they told in every area we will have discussions. And then 2021 they told each country take up certain areas. So India took up security, counter-terrorism, crime, disaster management, energy. And like that every country has its own role in the group. And also, you know, SAARC. Okay, SAARC, India is now boycotting because Pakistan is there inside that. So it's lost its value. So BIMSTEC is the next thing which you should, like we did BRICS now recently, igniting again. BIMSTEC we should do, and bring Maldives also to the table, so that Pakistan again feels irritated, okay, because it's a Muslim country. So like that you should do something. SAARC also study a little bit static. 1985 it started. Kathmandu, Nepal is the headquarters. Okay, so now that is the static part which you have to know. One mains question which came in 2022: do you think BIMSTEC is a parallel organization like the SAARC? What are the similarities and dissimilarities between the two? How are Indian foreign policy objectives realized by forming this new organization? Okay, so like that you should know. When you study every day my editorial, you will be able to easily answer that. It's a very simple question. And then try to answer this in comment section. I've already told you. And again, whether it's test series or whether it's current affairs, you have to come and join now because the time is already late. Okay, so come and contact me in the WhatsApp, watch our free lectures, join us on Instagram. I'll keep putting the remaining episodes. So thank you and have a nice day.